Hey guys, what's up? Perfect Balch here, and I don't know if I'll be making videos for a long time because I'll be getting back to school. I'll try to make videos whenever I can, but I won't be making them for a while. So I thought, since I'll be at school, I thought now would be the best time to do a Q&A. Today was my first day. It was just registration, simple stuff. But, let's get started now. And if you wanted to answer any questions, it's too late. So you're just gonna have to wait till I get to 100 subscribers, and if that does happen, and ask questions there. We're gonna start off with JJ Wilson, which congratulations to getting to 100 subscribers, my man. And of course I'll answer this question. How long have you been on YouTube? Well, I've been on YouTube since like mid-2014. Mid-late 2014. Simple question, but there's your answer. So, thanks for your questions, JJ. And from TJ Rules, he asked, number 1, what are your favorite games of 2018 so far? The ones that are out, Dragon Ball FighterZ is definitely my favorite. I love that game, and I'm glad it came out. I'm also excited for the Spyro remake. I'm excited for the new Smash, and Red Dead Redemption, and Kingdom Hearts. Okay, well, some of those don't come out in 2018, they come out in 2019, but still, you get the point, man, you get the point. I know some of those aren't out. I think the only one that's even out is Dragon Ball FighterZ. Mario Tennis Aces, that looks really fun. I want to play that bad. And I'm not the biggest Mario Tennis guy, but that one just looks so fucking fun. And number 2, current thoughts on WWE. It's dead. It is beyond dead. It is past it. It's not even a dead horse. It's a decayed skeleton at this point. There is no redemption for WWE unless freaking someone who actually gives a damn buys out the company and redeems WWE themselves, freaking kicks Vince McMahon, Stephanie, Triple H, and some other idiots who don't even need to be there, like Kevin Dunn. Once they kick them out, that's when WWE will be good, but it's too late, man. Everyone has lost hope in wrestling. It really sucks. I would love if wrestling got redeemed too, but fuck, it probably won't be. But hey, thanks for the questions, TJ. Even though one of them wasn't really a question, but thanks for questions, TJ. You're an awesome guy. And I'm glad you asked some questions. Now from Steel Badass here. Badass YouTuber. Number 1, what's your favorite food? I have lots of favorite foods. Tacos, hamburgers, hot dogs, spaghetti, pizza. I'm a food guy. I'm not really a picky eater, if you know what I mean. But if I had to go with my favorite food, probably be pizza. I know that's everyone's favorite food. It's kind of cliche, but come on, you can't go wrong with pizza. It's just awesome, man. But yeah, oh wait, another question. Question number 2. What are your 5 favorite sitcoms of all time? Well, I don't exactly have a top 5 list, to be honest. Not because I don't like sitcoms. I really do like sitcoms. But it's because, I've never actually thought out what my top 5 would be. I tried to before this Q&A, but I just couldn't. So I'll just list some of my favorite sitcoms here. I really liked Married by Children. I liked Save at the Bell. I liked War at Home. I think that's what it's called. Of course, if we're gonna bring animated sitcoms into this, I think a lot of people do. I really like 90s Simpsons and 2000s Family Guy. Those are classic sitcoms too. 2000 American Dad, also good too. What else is good? Oh, Friends. Friends is one of my absolute favorites. you know, Seinfeld. So, I think that's more than 5 sitcoms. Yep, I think that's 8. So yeah, there's your answer, Steel. And thanks for the questions, man. I really appreciate it, and thanks for helping me get to 50 subs. Jared Ramirez asked, what are your thoughts on ASAP Mob and Flatbush Zombies? When I first heard that, I thought, are those like some mobile like shooter games? But they're like modern rappers. I couldn't really get into them. I tried giving them the chance, but they're just some ghetto ass rap. Typical modern rap. I mean, rap used to be cool back in the 90s and early 2000s, but it's beyond it. It needs to be like disco did in like the 70s and just die out, please. What is your favorite moment you ever had or done in your life? That's a really hard question, man. Really hard, because there's lots of stuff I've done in my life, and lots of stuff, you know, I've had in my life that it's my favorite thing. I don't have like a specific favorite moment. But I have had some pretty good moments in my life. Can't really think of some right now. On the top of my head, I mean, vacations. There's lots of vacations I've had fun to. Done some unique stuff that I don't usually get to do every day. So I guess most of my vacations would be your answer. But Jared, thank you for your questions, man. I really appreciate you coming here and asking some questions. You're awesome. Alright, now to Video Game Lover 58's questions. Number 1, would you like the idea of me doing a movie night section for my Discord? Absolutely, man. I would be down for that. You know, all of us just finding a movie, watching it, having some fun, you know, just a really good movie, or just even posting like movie news and stuff. Really cool. Number 2, what is your favorite entry of Mortal Kombat? Well, other than the 2 of Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero and Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which those were terrible games, by the way, don't play them. I've liked every Mortal Kombat game. I like the original classic arcades 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like Trilogy. I like the PS2 era games. I like the reboots. I even like Mortal Kombat vs. DCU to an extent. But if I had to say my favorite one, that's a tough one, man. You know. But right now, I'm gonna go with a tie for MK 2011 because it had my favorite roster, personally. You know, you had essentially almost every character from the original 3 games except for poor Mortaro. And, you know, I really liked the gameplay in that one, and the tag team. I'm not the biggest fan of the stories in the NetherRealm games, to be honest, but you know, I like MK 2011, pretty good game. But it's also got to be tied with Deception, because I thought the PS2 era, the Xbox era of Mortal Kombat games were very underrated. You know, they get a lot of lash. Like, I know they're not the best. They introduced some like bad apples in the series, like Cobra and Su Hao, but I don't know, they had some good characters too, like Kenshi's really awesome. I mean, even the developers like Kenshi, as he was in both 2011 and X, which was awesome. And I really like Havoc. And I think Havoc's a very underrated character. He's like the Joker of Mortal Kombat. You know, Deception introduced Havoc, who I think is one of the most underrated characters in the series. But yeah, I really liked Deception too. Deception was fun. Deadly Alliance was awesome. Had a really cool concept and plot with Liu Kang and Shao Kahn getting killed by Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. You know, really cool concept. But Deception just improved on everything. So those are going to be my ties. I guess if you want to digitize that actor, I guess Mortal Kombat Trilogy would be like a close third, and those two would be tied for 1 and 2. So there's your answer. So right now, I guess I'm gonna go with Deception because I really like that one. What do you consider the worst movie of all time? Man, Mermac. That's really hard. Also, thanks for your questions, video game lover. I really appreciate it, man. But oh god, it's really fucking hard. Right now, I'm gonna go with the Garbage Pail movie. The Garbage Pail Kids movie. That movie was horrible. Horrible acting. Horrible plot. Horrible everything. It's just painful to look at, too. But thanks for your question, Mermac. HDD9K asks, are Drew Pickles videos timeless classics? Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty funny. Now, I think the Drew Pickles videos are kind of dead, but... I mean, not like they suck dead, but like, they're not relevant anymore. But they're pretty funny videos. Should Deviant Art be renamed Degenerate? That's not even a question, bro. Definitely. But I'll skip question. I'll get back to that one in a second. But are violent movies bad for? No, violent movies, violent TV, violent video games, violent music. No, it's not. All right. I'm sick of this shit. This agenda, like, oh, violence in the entertainment media causes violence in real life. Like, what? No, it doesn't. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I have watched a bunch of violent movies and played a bunch of violent games and such. It's like, look at me. I haven't killed one person ever. I'm not a criminal or anything. I'm a completely innocent person. I mean, we should be blaming people for their horrible acts, not freaking the entertainment media. Which is good because it helps people escape from reality and calms them down a bit. But yeah. No, they aren't. Definitely no. I'm sick of hearing that. 3. Of Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney, which one is the best? I mean, if we're gonna say overall, I'm just gonna say Cartoon Network. Because, you know, I grew up with all three. I grew up with Disney, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon. But Cartoon Network's always just been my personal favorite. But you know, I think in the 90s, Nickelodeon was the best. But in the early 2000s, Cartoon Network is the best. Nickelodeon's definitely insane. And I like Disney too, but they're just not as good as Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. But yeah, they're all good. Or at least were. I think Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network especially have gone downhill. But yeah, thanks for your questions, HDD9K. And last but not least, Killer J Gaming. These are the most recent questions I got. Number 1, what's your favorite Tony Hawk Pro Skater game of all time? I would go with the ones on the PS2 and Xbox. Those ones were just pretty fun. I mean, I didn't really play much past those games, but those games on the PS2 and Xbox are really freaking awesome if you ask me. They just are. They were fun, they were energetic, you know. It's really awesome stuff, man. I can't say my specific game because I haven't played any of the Tony Hawk games in a while. But, yeah. I can at least say of a specific era when they're into prime. Number 2, what's your favorite horror movie of the 80s? I don't know if these movies were exactly released in the 80s, but it's gonna be a tie between Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and Friday the 13th Part 6. I mean, I just can't choose those movies. I know I'm having a lot of ties here, but those movies are just so great. It's like, how could you put one over the other without liking one or the other better? But horror movies were awesome in the 80s. Like what I was saying earlier, it was the age of Freddy and Jason. But, you know, my personal favorite's actually probably got to be Exorcist. Yeah, that one was the 80s, I believe. Because that one still scares the shit out of me today. Like, when I watch a horror movie, yeah, it might scare me the first time, but after a while, it's like, I'm used to it. But The Exorcist, God, it's still fucking scary to this fucking day. Ugh. But, thanks for your questions, Jordan. You're an awesome guy. And I'm glad you got to 200 subscribers. You earned it, bro. Also, congrats to Video Game Lover for getting 170. And, you know, you guys are awesome. I appreciate your support. And I hope you all have a good day. And bye. See ya.